Hi, I'm JP Terry, and welcome to AEM Forms in 5 minutes. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how powerful AEM Forms is and why it can also feel confusing. Adobe AEM Forms is an umbrella brand that spans more than 20 years of products and form technology. Adobe's documentation has been written by many different engineers for many different products and technical specs. That breadth is impressive, but it can make AEM Forms harder to understand and implement. And because AEM Forms is an umbrella brand, it's easy to end up following documentation that doesn't match your specific goals or skill set. Different types of AEM Form users have different goals, from PDF form designers to full stack programmers. I'll show you how I use AEM Forms on my own website, and you can try these same forms for yourself on aemforms.training.
Let's take a look at two AEM forms in action. First as a form filler, then as a form developer. The first form shows both the promise and the complexity of Adobe AEM Forms. It's a core component form that I use to engage prospects and convert them into subscribers. Notice how seamlessly the form blends into my AEM website. The same branding, the same layout, yet it's fully dynamic and responsive. As a form filler, I can interactively choose my learning goals. This demonstrates how AEM Forms can drive meaningful engagement and lead generation. But this same form also illustrates the umbrella nature of AEM Forms. These are very different roles. Each role has different objectives and tools, yet they're all part of the same AEM Forms ecosystem. I'll select my roles, enter my email address, use the built-in AEM Forms CAPTCHA component, and click Submit. Behind the scenes, this starts an AEM workflow, a great example of how AEM Forms connects front-end experiences with back-end automation. In this case, I received two sample files, the Scripting Fundamentals course for Designer and the Extend Core Components for core component developers. The second example is the certificate form, a form subscribers use to generate PDF certificates after completing a training module. This one also uses core components, but it connects to a workflow that uses a Designer XDP to produce a custom PDF certificate. I'll enter my email. I'll select Cloud Service. I'll click the courses that I completed, and I'll click Submit. The workflow merges my submitted data with the XDP template and delivers a personalized PDF certificate for my AEM Forms cloud training. That's the real power of AEM Forms, combining a modern web experience with enterprise-grade document automation. Now let's look under the hood at the AEM Forms tools that make it all possible. The first tool is AEM Forms Designer. It's a visual tool that creates XFA-based XDP files. Many of you already use Designer to build interactive and dynamic PDF forms, perfect for workflows with Acrobat Sign or AEM Forms JEE. In my case, I use Designer to create the certificate template that merges with variable data to produce the PDF certificate. Take a look at the XML source. Each object, field, and script is stored as XML, and we'll see this file in the next tool. We're now viewing AEM Forms technology inside Visual Studio Code. This is a multi-module Maven project, a structure that mirrors the way Adobe AEM organizes content, code, and configuration. Here's that same XDP file we saw earlier in Designer. Now it lives under the UI content module. And here's my adaptive form, built with core components. Core component forms are built with standard HTML and CSS, so they're fully responsive and accessible modern web forms that adapt to any screen. This Maven project is my entire website. I can deploy it directly to my on-prem server or to AEM Forms as a cloud service through an automated pipeline. The project is more than forms and documents. I also have my custom proxy components and client libraries in UI.apps. Here is a proxy component that wraps the supertype and delegates the rendering to the supertype. And my Java code is all stored in core. The Java code compiles into an OSGI bundle that provides secure, reusable services for my site. In this class, I override the execute method of the AEM workflow process to handle multiple attachments. It was this code that delivered the multiple attachments at the beginning of this video. This multi-module Maven setup brings structure and scalability to AEM Forms. Everything's version controlled, portable, and cloud ready, turning AEM Forms into a unified, modern development platform. As you just saw, AEM Forms connects forms, data, and automation in one experience. Try it yourself at aemforms.training. Explore responsive, easy-to-use forms that trigger automated workflows. If you have any questions about Adobe AEM Forms or aemforms.training, feel free to email me at jp@smartdoctech.com. Thank you.